What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our journey to collect every Xbox game and build the ultimate OG Xbox collection. Last time, we slugged through the depths of winter, but ended up coming out on top, selling some of my old One Piece cards to grab most of my sought-after titles. And today, we continue to build up our collection, taking our funds back to the swap meet, as well as making a few more online deals as well. So come along for the ride as we continue to build the ultimate OG Xbox collection. As the winter was starting to come to an end and the days were starting to get longer, we were in a good place collecting-wise. Even after picking up a bunch of games, we still had quite a bit in the fund, and after tax season, we had even more. Now, I can go online and order pretty much whatever I want, but where exactly is the fun in that? That's when I remembered the swap meet that we went to in January was coming back to town mid-March, so what better way to get out of the online ordering rut than to head back over there? Even after going to one and knowing what to expect, the nerves still kicked in a bit leading up to it. Last time, we did find quite a bit of games, but nothing too crazy, so my expectations this time were a bit low. Eventually, the big day came again, so it was time to grab our tote bag, brave our fears, and head on back out. This time, my anxiety was a bit worse than last time, as there were way more people in the room this time. I wasn't very focused on my first lap, as nothing really stuck out to me. Thankfully, this time though, I had a bit of calming force, as my girlfriend and a friend came along for the fun. On my second run through, I found a booth with a ton of Xbox games. I started to dig through, and quickly, I realized I was in a good spot. For some reason, his games were cheap. Like, way below price charting cheap. I didn't question it, and soon after, I found a mini grail. Red Ninja End of Honor is an adventure game that is a little harder to find and usually goes for easily over $50 online, and this guy had it priced at $37. I couldn't believe it. I immediately picked it up along with a few other cheap titles he had, including Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, Capcom Fighting Evolution, and Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds for a grand total of $50, which was an absolute steal. Even if I found nothing else that day, I could leave pretty happy with this haul. I did almost think about leaving after that, but I realized I didn't even do a full second lap yet. Little did I know, soon after I'd find another good deal. In the far back corner of the room, I dug through another bin of games and found The Punisher. A game that's developed a bit of a cult following in the later years, and another game getting a bit harder to come by. They had it priced at $40, which again is a bit lower than price charting, so I snagged it up. 2 solid games being added to the collection, I was overjoyed. However, that did take up most of all my money I set aside. With my last bit of money, I basically was looking for just some cheap quality titles, and lo and behold, I actually found 2 super quick, grabbing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and GTA San Andreas for $10 each. Finally, I grabbed Aggressive Inline, a Tony Hawk-style inline skating game for another $10. That did it for me Xbox-wise. I did grab a few of these PlayStation Magazine demo discs for my collection, but we'll talk about those at another time. I was definitely more happy with this swap meet than the last one. While I didn't grab anything off my most wanted list this time, I was able to add 8 quality games to my collection. Immediately, both The Punisher and Red Ninja entered my top 4 most expensive games in my collection, with The Punisher taking over for Simpsons Hit and Run for our most valuable Xbox game. Once home, I cleaned all the cases and happily filed the games on my shelf, which now definitely needs to be replaced. I ended the night playing some Aggressive Inline, which got me thinking about all those Tony Hawk games again. More specifically, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure, a game I own on PS2 and is on my most wanted list. That's when I had an idea. What if I sold my PS2 copy and ordered an Xbox One? I listed the game on eBay and started waiting patiently for it to sell, and after about a week or so, it sold, so I ordered an Xbox copy immediately. I actually ended up making a bit of money on this sale, as the Xbox copy is significantly lower value than the PS2 copy. Adding more money to the game fund, I'm not going to complain. This did get me thinking though. What if I listed some of my multi-plat games and then got Xbox copies once they sold? I went through my collection and pulled out a few games, namely Hulk Ultimate Destruction, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, and Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy to eventually list for sale. Now, these games aren't in the best of shape, as most of them are missing their manuals and are a bit scratched, so I'm not expecting a quick sale or anything, but whatever helps. In the meantime, I was playing a lot of Disney Extreme Skate Adventure and loving every second of it, which got me to reflect on our journey so far. While, yes, we've had our slow months, overall, I'd call this journey a success. I've added almost 100 games from where I started, I wasn't breaking the bank, and reignited my love for retro gaming and collecting in general. After adding all these quality titles, I was feeling pretty good and excited for what was to come. Little did I know, though, that sooner rather than later, everything would come crashing down. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. We end today's video with a total of 214 out of the 893 games we're trying to collect. And be sure to tune in next time as we build some new shelves and hit our first major hurdle in our journey to get every game and build the ultimate OG Xbox collection.